Tak jsme vidět, slyšet, všechno. Tak se omlouvám, že dlouho nebyly přenosy, protože já jsem jaksi zbytku, ale teďka budu muset, tady vám zahájím a můžete psát. Do první pozice. A jdeme do playoff v americkém fotbalu Moden 2025. V americkém fotbalu jsem se jediný Čech České republiky dostal do playoff. Takže jdeme dát do sestavy. Procent oni mají 0, takže to je dobrý. Takže jdeme na to. Jo, jinak za tohle se omlouvám, jo? A ten.
King to throw on second down. Over the middle and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's corralled, but now the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
To bylo dobré myšlení. A je to tady poprvé, takže a ten.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Jinak se omlouvám, že fakt nebyli a nebudou dlouho, protože já musím pryč, ale další měsíc tady nebudu, to je tenhle měsíc, do ještě jednoho měsíce, ale potom přijdu a... A pojď. Jo, skoro. Hraju to tady poprvé, ale bolí mě žebra, bolí mě všechno, ale to tady zatávat nebudu. Kurňa, já jsem zapomněl. Zapomněl jsem, že mám míč.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Yeah, this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on.
Jinak ten americký fotbal je dobrý, jo. Je dobrý, ale někdy je to složitý a ten, kdo to nerozumí tomu hraní. A ten.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Allen. That's good. The completion there for
dobře, o 10 yardů, výborně.
That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's
ještě jednou bych chtěl poděkovat kamošovi, že mi tu hru koupil, nebo koupil jsem si ji já, ale mám mě k té hře, ne jako donutil a mu mi představil a od té doby si ji nemůžu jinak bažit, takže ještě jednou kámo, děkuju. Dobrá investice, jako jo, ale... Výborně.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
O 3 body. Které jsem taky nevěděl, co dělám a dokázal jsem uhrát kámošovi dostat se do playoff. Asi jsem tady jediný, kdo tady to dokáže, no.
King, that's complete right side to Komet. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. That was good protection there.
A teď moc nemluvím, tak se soustředím, abych nerozbil kore nebo tak nějak. Prostě se soustředím, no. Pojď sem.
To throw is King on first and 10. And again back to Komet.
Výborně.
Taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Dokázal se jedinej jsem se tady probojoval do playoff. Kamošovi jsem včera s ním pomohl. Jedinej z Čechů. Málo lidí tu novinku na 5 má, takže já rád, že tu hru mám a můžu ji hrát kdykoliv. A nemusím se spolíhat na to, že bude v plusku nebo takhle, už si budu hrát než Borně.
A gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And let's face it, you could put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do.
Jo, a není o to, že tady mačkáte cokoliv, tady musíte dělat i taktiky, přemýšlet. Bez toho to nejde, jo, to musíte fakt. Výborně. Počítat yardy, to je 30 yardů, 40 yardů a je to u 30 yardů, takže to je super. To je super. A
second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
3-0, jo? Dobré.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet. Touchdown Bears!
Touchdown, a vidíte? Úplně jednoduše nahrát, hodit.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tady za tu hudbu nemůžu, protože to je vše v tom a já... Protože to není licencovaný. Ale nemělo by to být, protože...
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10.
Tak, taktiky, jo. Jdeme dělat taktiky a jdeme takhle. A sem.
Throwing to start the drive. King. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving. A
jsem v tomhle opravdu, ne, jako než bych v tom byl profík, ale dokážu udržet tým, no.
King on first down. A little short pass. This is Everett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this
Americký fotbal je dobrá hra. Já jsem to nikdy nesledoval. Vůbec si to jako nebavilo, ale vůbec jsem ani nevěděl, že takovýhle sport je. A docela jsem to neviděl, to se přiznám, ale
and the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves him all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end.
Nemáš hosta. Hele, host nevím, kde je, ale asi se dívá na telku. Což je možný. Má telku, no, něco takového.
Percentage completion wise way up, not that time.
Au.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last so what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's King throwing again. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet, and they're able to get this one across the 35. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, King, and he rifles one incomplete. Cole Komet, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, King, working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle.
Ale dobře to vymysleli, dobře jsem to vymyslel. Protože já jsem taháč. Já jsem tahák na výhry, takže já jsem naházel a starám se o celou game. Jo, já jsem ta hlava, já jsem nechtěl do hlavy.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field.
Výborně, ale dobře.
He'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Už jsme blízko.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Ooh, the juke.
Hodně blízko. Už jsme u 20 nebo 10 yardů skoro. A třetina bude za hlouku pryč. No, říkám. Já to bych říkal poločas, ale mohl tady to co na třetiny.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Tak kam to rozhodíme?
Looking to throw. King firing quickly here and that's complete. And he is
výborně, ale výborně.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know
Monochapel to je špatně.
Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Aiden picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. King now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
Já to říkal. Hledávali se, dostali gól. No, to tomu se dá říct takový gól, no, protože to je americký fotbal, je jakoby fotbal, ale s míčem v ruce. Se šiškou.
Keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And they try for 2 is going to come up empty.
Možná on se teďka nebude zdržovat.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
Jdeme si to otec 7+.
On the plus side, still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your team there playing keep away. 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Dobře. Ale dobře jsem to vymyslel.
Good coverage there, force the ball free and it's 2nd down. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
He's
the tackler and now some space. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.
Výborně.
Good for 20 and a 1st down.
A zase do běhu. Pojď zase do běhu.
Yeah, breaking the tackle and you know late in this game he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Vyhrávají touchdowny, jo, a musíte se hlavně posouvat na yardy. Hodně.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
92 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
No, my jsme medvídci, no. Medvídci.
Medvědi. Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this.
He's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. King. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. He's got room. And they'll run this one all the way down inside the 20. And whistles
touchdown,
Sadu. As they call the timeout on defense. 1:53 left. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Swift going to try up the middle. Avoids him at the 5. And he is in.
Touchdown!
Chicago. DeAndre Swift. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
Dobře jsem udělal taktiku, dobře jsem ji vymyslel.
And they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you can just out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline.
That's a goal sack.
Just be over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll run right here with Swift. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Máme to vyhraný. Možná si říkáte, ty jsi šílenec. Jak to můžeš hrát? Nebo že to chápeš, že to znáš? Zkušeností. A možná si říkáte, že koukání na filmy nebo tak nějak z amerického fotbalu je blbost, ale není to blbost. Máte jako s atletikou.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
168 yards on the ground for him now as he's done
Já
that
jsem
on
to říkal,
15 carries.
že je to vyhraný.
Once again, it's Swift. Dances by him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Ještě jedno. Pískni to. A je to doma.
In the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense.
10-6-14-33.
Right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, That's to be careful not to give
A
out
tady to
too
byla
many
dobrá
kudos
rána.
and kill their motivation going forward.
Vidíte všechno, jak jsme
So for the
jeli.
Bears, it's
Tady
another win
další.
for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss
Tady
as they sit
taky.
now at 14-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games
250
and they'll
hrdů,
try to get back to
708.
their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win.
Nakonec splněný, takže paráda. Paráda, všechno splněno. 11. Výborně. Se podívám. Pět, 4, 2, 1, 6, 4, 5. Je jednička. U mě je jednička. Takže já jsem jedničkou pro finále tady toho poháru. Značí, že jsem neprohrál ani jeden zápas. Tam tady. Tak, to je. Jo, neprohrál jsem ho. Teda jednou jsem remízoval, no. Remízoval, to je úplně jedno. Jo, ale nesmíte to prohrát. Jak to prohrajete, tak je to špatně. ...82, 84 a 84 jsem porazil taky. A možná si říkáte, proč tam nemáš hudbu?
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Možná si říkáte, proč to nemáš zaplý hudbu. Protože tam je hodně licencovaná hudba a nechci, aby byl problém.
It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Já ručím za výhry. Já jsem quarterback.
King throwing to start the drive.
He'll get this to the longtime Charger. It's Keenan Allen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
To nepříjemný, to bylo hodně nepříjemný.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Hodně nepříjemný, jako jsem dal.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And a good burst there right from the start.
Dobře, čtyřka.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
To throw is King. Throwing on first down. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, 35 yards. And the Bears march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. And that's a big number. It is going to be touchdown pass number 54
že
just 5
tam nahrál, hodil a on už běžel. Běžel a běžel. Dobrá taktika, dobře vymyšlená. Ale nechválil mě, protože se...
On that last drive, touchdown pass number 50 on the season. What a year he's put together, and he'll try to build on it here, 1st and 10.
Now King on 1st and 10.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100
yards. To bude remíza, ale to mi nevadí, protože já si poradím.
Every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And that is incomplete.
Narazil do něho, ale to mi vůbec nevadí.
He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there.
Hej, ty se uklidni. Já máš hrany do toho, vole. Do hezky.
Bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves.
Takhle letěl já, jsme co dělali.
You just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 7-7, our score after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. King. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
Dobře vymyšlení, ale to jsem, nevím, co jsem udělal, ale...
But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A už jsme blíž. Jak vidět tamhle tu čáru, tak je to lepší. Výborně.
Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again. King. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense.
A jsme u jardu, 7. 10. jardu.
Before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Cole Kmet with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have taken the lead.
So that touchdown pass number 51 for him on the year. And it moves it past 2
Říkám, já se starám o to, aby se vyhrávali.
Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Brady had 50 in 2007, and Mahomes did it in 2018.
Tak. Výborně, 14, výborně. Dáme si to na těch 7. A dáme...
Throwing to start the drive. King. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
Výborně, tak, výborně.
Across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Sice nám dali gol, ale my jsme utáhli vedení zpátky. Nevím, co by měl, ale dobrý.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. King. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Já jsem kámošovi říkal, ať mi to dokazuje. Já jsem mu to říkal, ať mi to dokazuje, že si na to nějak...
Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down,
Amigo, Eddie. Mole.
but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well
dissected
by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Že vyhráváme 14-7. To rozčuluje, no. Simulaci ne!
Coming out as they get ready.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's going to be dropped following across the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, King, and that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Operating from the gun, King. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Here's King on first down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here.
4-14, no. Nesmíme remizovat, nesmíme. Smůle asi. Ne.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 75 yards. And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you...
Dobře. No, jasně. Tak to uděláme, no. Dobrý. Ne, simulaci, ne.
The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. He's a handoff to Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, 70 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So
Dajte si zase oblíbil, vole, 85.
music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Boom, boom, boom. Simulaci nechci. Dobrý, tak jo. O 45.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. King now throwing to start the drive.
A pojď, kámo.
Move past the 40. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, 69 yards. And the Bears use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Simulace, ne.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Hodge, kámo.
Throwing to start the drive. King. And look at this. They get the turnover.
Ty vole,
they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's
Jsem udělal špatně, to jsem nechtěl.
15-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Nebezpečí za žehnánu.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage. How would you say?
Swift is hit.
že mi mě přestal fungovat mikrofon. Dobré, já jsem celou dobu měl mikrofon v pohodě, ale nemluvil jsem, no. Jako mluvil, ale mikrofon nesíjel. Tak, a jdeme dále. Jinak medvěd střídá medvěda a medvěd střídá kukuřici, kukuřice střídá medvěda. Jdeme na to.
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Oh yeah.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Dobré.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. King looking to throw on second down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A Chicago first down there.
Vůbec nevím, co jsem udělal.
From the gun, here's Swift. Oh, he shifts past. There he goes, right side.
A pojď, kámo.
How about this? And he'll be taken down at the 26. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
To throw is King, throwing on first down. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On the option to give to Swift here. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 120 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
To se dá uhrát.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't. That is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Yeah, he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
Jdeme do čtvrtý.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. If the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Chicago offense set to get started. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now King, back to the air on second down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. King. And that is nearly intercepted.
Change
things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down. To throw again. King. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Back to the running game with Swift. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's King on 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. And with that touchdown pass, he's going to draw level with a Hall of Famer Peyton Manning for most touchdown passes in a single season, with that being number 55 for him on the year.
Dobrze zamówił.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead, every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Chicago,
prodloužení jsem ho dostal.
Sparkling 15-1 with 1 game still to go in the regular season.
Tak jo,
They'll get a
aby
few
šlo.
extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they lose a potentially season-crushing ball game as they fall to 8-8 with 1 game still to come, and they will look to turn it around next time.
Tak, všechno je správně, všechno je správně. Víc. Až. Pořád jsme první. Kolik to ještě zbývá? Už jsme u konce. Prdele už, ale to je, přestaň.Eta? No, jasně. Touchdown na poslední nám pomohl na vítězství v prodloužení. Tady vidíte, že i v americkém fotbalu můžete mít prodloužení. Ne v hokeji, ne ve fotbale, ale i v americkém fotbalu. Sami jste to viděli.
From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Tak.
It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Jasně, tak už se posouváme. Doufáme, že nebude. Dobře.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP type season, leading the league in both passing yards.
Tak se omlouvám, že jsem tady dlouho nebyl, ale já jsem byl na obědě, tak jsem se pokutal.
So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
King now on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. And these two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, King. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. And he'll be stopped well short.
To se moc nepovedlo.
4th and 3.
Ale dobrý.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run here with Swift. Room here to run. A little juke. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way
Dobře,
down
ale
to the
dobrý.
other side of midfield. 45 yards
Výborně.
rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP time.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift.
A pojď, kámo.
Touchdown, Chicago! DeAndre Swift. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Já jsem chtěl napsat Chicago, ale nevěděl jsem, jak se to píše, tak... Tak já chtěl napsat Chicago, ale já nevěděl, jak se to jmenuje. Já jsem tam napsal radši playoff.
And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
A pojď.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Running is Swift.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You look at this Packers defense.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach is going to be looking at the offensive line.
Kdo to dostal?
The offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a
bang
play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
7-7, our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Now a carry for Swift.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Looking to throw. King.
And that'll be off the mark.
Tam nebyl nikdo.
Front, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
No se rozčuluješ, vole, jo? Tak si to zkus.
I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now 2nd and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift. Oh, what a move. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
King throwing on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down for the Bears.
No, tohle to si uděláme, vole, to je v pohodě.
On the option to give to Swift here. Gets past one man. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15. Back-to-back plays.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw is King. To throw again. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. King.
Prdele, už se nechytli.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now King throwing to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is a pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Here's King. A final shot before break. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he's able to get this closer to midfield across the 45. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports half. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Simulaci ne.
So here the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Kurva.
Throwing to start the drive. King. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Operating from the gun. King. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
That is caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Looking to throw. King. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now it's Swift. Fights through and now a crease. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. King now. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Another drive coming up for the Chicago offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They just scored their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So the completion results there in 9 yards. Short. Here's Swift. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. King on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. King. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Tak jsem v prdeli, vole.
And the complexion of this one has changed.
Na to mrdám, Nazar.